What's going on YouTube? My name is Legendary, and today I lose a whole lot of money.
I'm unbeatable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with a bit of a different video today. I've decided to go with a personal video, a little bit of a story time more than some Pokemon card openings, because honestly, there's not a whole lot of Pokemon cards out there to open. So I was just going to hit you guys with some rather depressing stories of how I've missed out on tens of thousands of dollars, and I mean that quite literally and not exaggerating, when investing in Pokemon card products. But I wanted to give you guys a quick thank you to all the new subscribers I've had over the past week or two. I've gained like 300 subscribers. It's been really cool. So you guys interested in the content. We're so close to 3K, so if we can get that final push to 3K, I'd appreciate it so much. I think we're like 30 away, and that'd be so cool. But if you are new here, I post Pokemon card videos every Tuesday and Thursdays, and sometimes some on the weekend, but that's what you can expect here. Usually peak Pokemon card openings, PSA submissions, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So when looking back onto my Pokemon card career and everything that I've done on YouTube, there are 4 major instances that I can think about of mistakes that even though I made money off of these purchases and sales, I screwed myself out of several thousands of dollars. And first up, we're going to start off with a holographic first edition Blaines Charizard. Now, if you've been on the channel, or if you've been around here on the channel for a long time, you'll know that in 2017, I believe, my wife and I found this huge briefcase full of old Wizards of the Coast Pokemon cards at a flea market for $200.
I'm going to show you the most valuable card that was in the binders, and that is this Blaines Charizard from Gym Challenge.
It had sealed booster packs of Gym Heroes, Jungle, binders of every single complete set in Wizards of the Coast up until like the Neo era. So all like Generation 1 sets like Fossil, Team Rocket, all those were like, if not complete, they were like 90% complete, including holos, but they were mostly unlimited except for a few cards here and there, and one of them was a first edition Blaines Charizard from Gym Challenge. Now, at the time, in 2017, I'd only been doing YouTube for about a year, and I kind of had been on and off with deciding if I wanted to do Pokemon or gaming and stuff like that, and I didn't really know a whole lot about PSA and grading and stuff like that. So when I got this case for $200, I decided to flip a lot of those cards immediately to get my money back, and one of those cards happened to be a near perfect, and I'm talking flawless, Gem Mint PSA 10 worthy Blaines Charizard first edition. Now, I listed this card on eBay, right, and somewhere in 2017, early 2017, for $60. So within a minute, a guy messaged me. He's like, hey, I want to take a little bit of a closer look at the edges and the back and all that stuff. At the time, I had no idea. I was like, why? What's it matter? Didn't know anything about edge wear, whitening, grading, none of that. I was still quite new into the investment game at this point. So I was like, sure. So I took really close-up pictures of the backs, the edges, the hollow. The hollow, not a single scratch. When I started to look at the card really closely, I was like, wow, this card is actually like really good. And so I sent it to him, and less than a minute after that, when he got the message, he bought the card immediately. And I was like, huh, okay, that's cool, I guess. Sold that card for $60. Sweet. I've almost got back most of my money for this $200 purchase. So sent it off to him, and as I look back on photos and recollections of this specific Blaines Charizard first edition card, there is not a doubt in my mind, knowing the grading game and all that stuff, this card was a PSA 10 first edition holographic Blaines Charizard. Now, $60 for one card I sold 3 years ago. Well, almost 4 years ago now. It's 2021. Let's look at some numbers here. A PSA 10 of this exact card I sold for $60. Sold in December of 2020, just about a month ago, for $8,600. That's right, $8,600 when I sold it for $60 less than 4 years ago. Let's let that one sink in a little bit. Yeah. Alright, and you know, some of you are probably like, oh, he's probably exaggerating. Probably wasn't a PSA 10. I promise you, this is one of the best cards I've ever seen, like quality-wise. And at the time, didn't realize what I had. But let's just say we got a bad grader on a bad day. PSA 9. There's been a few sales over the past 2-3 months, and average sale price for a PSA 9 of this card, $2,000. Either way, if I hold on to that card, get it graded, at least hold on to it for 3 years, we're talking about a whole different story here. And yeah, I want to go ahead and start off with the worst one. That is definitely the worst one, but we have 3 more instances here of investments that I still made money on, but could have made more. So going into the second one, we have a Skyridge booster pack and a Legendary Collection booster pack. Now I bought each of these for $100 a piece in 2017. You see a recurring trend here that 2017 was a bit of a year for me. A bit of a year. So 2017 I bought a Skyridge booster pack, unweighed. I don't know. I don't even know what weighing was at the time. And a Legendary Collection. So I held them for several months, and then I don't remember exactly when the Nintendo Switch came out, but I know when the Pikachu and Eevee version of the Nintendo Switch came out, and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu came out, I decided to sell those 2 packs for combined for $500 to be able to buy my Switch. So essentially I turned $100 into $500 to be able to purchase my Nintendo Switch, which, if you think about it, that's still really good. I made $400 on the purchase, and I was able to turn 2 packs of cardboard into a gaming console. So I'm not terribly mad about this one. This one's not quite as bad. But if you look at prices now, a Skyridge booster pack sells for $1,200, and a Legendary Collection booster pack sells for around $800. So that's about $2,000 we're looking at. I'm not too mad about it because I did get a Switch out of this, so I lost out on about $1,500 here, but that one's not too crazy. Now this next one, I wasn't that mad about it at first, but then I realized I hadn't looked at prices for this specific card in quite a while. So back in 2016, I believe, I can actually thank a lot of this one specific instance to Unlisted Leaf, because back then I was really into watching his videos. And he's actually the person that got me into grading. So this was actually, might not have been 2016. It was after the Charizard incident, because I didn't really know much about grading. So he was talking about the Pikachu Festa promo 2016, the 20th anniversary edition card in Japanese. At the time, you get this card raw from Japan, $50. $50. So I was like, okay, let me buy one. He's like, yeah, in a year time, you could probably sell this for like $250. So that is exactly what I did. And I mean exactly what I did. So I bought this card from Japan, $50, sent it graded, $15 for grading, so $65 into this card. I got it back, held it for 1 year, and I don't remember exactly whenever I bought it and sold it, but the point of the story is I bought it for $65 total, and then sold it for $250. That's a great investment. Held it for only a year. The thing is, oh, also, I forgot to mention, this did come out as a PSA 10. So I sold this PSA 10 Festa Pikachu promo 2018, I believe. Early 2018, late 2017, somewhere around there for $250. We look at a PSA 10 Pikachu Festa promo 20th anniversary card. Last sold, PSA 10 in December 2020, $4,150. $4,150. You know, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Oh, man. If I would have just held on to some of this stuff, man. So, yeah. There's that one. Missed out on about $3,900 on that one. So, I still made money, though. I still made money. Just not as much as I could have. And this one isn't more of a... it's more of like a lesson learned than an investment mishap. So we're gonna take a little dabble in the time machine back to 2012. So quick little story about me. I moved about 2 hours away from my hometown to go to college, and so quite often I would go back and forth between my hometown and my college. And a year after I graduated high school in 2011, in 2012, me and my roommate had got back into Pokemon cards randomly. It's about the time Plasma Blast was hitting shelves. So we'd go to a local Walmart, find Plasma Blast, Plasma Freeze, some of the black and white stuff. And I'm like, oh, so cool. And one day on the way home, back to my hometown, there's a small town in between where I lived and my hometown that had a Kmart. I was like, you know what? Let me check this Kmart for Pokemon cards. There might be something in here. And not only was there something in there, it was the gold mine of gold mines. Inside of this Kmart in this small town where nobody cares about Pokemon cards, there were shelves full, and I mean full, like the whole display full of the EX era booster packs, blister packs, all that stuff. 2012. We're talking about cards that came out between 2003 and 2006. I think somewhere in that range. 9 years after they released. Now, at the time, I was like, "Oh, these are cool." Didn't really know a whole lot about like the older sets. Hadn't really even seen some of them, so I was going off to the booster artwork covers, picking which ones I thought cool. So I only bought like 1 or 2 of these like 3-pack blisters of the EX era cards, when there were quite literally probably 50 different ones. And I'll just give you an example of one exactly I know for sure is because I remember this specific artwork was 2 Crystal Guardians and a Fire Red Leaf Green pack inside of just a single 3-pack blister. I think $12 for this blister in Kmart that I could have bought in 2012. Sold recently for $1,500 for 3 packs. I could have spent about $500, right? About $500 in the store to buy every single 3-pack blister of all these EX stuff back in 2012, but dumb 19-year-old me had no idea what I was looking at, and could have came out with a $50,000 worth of Pokemon cards in 2021. And every day, not every day, but every time I go through that town back to my hometown, because my family still lives there, I pass this, it's not Kmart anymore, it's some kind of like semi-trailer warehouse. It closed several years ago. I just look at the store and I just get sick to my stomach because there's so many good Pokemon cards in that Kmart, man, that I'm so mad that I missed out on. But you know, it is what it is. Hindsight's 2020. But yeah, so that's it for my story time today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this kind of video. Right now there's not a whole lot to open, so I was like, you know what, let me just do something a little bit different and see if you guys liked it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, leave us a like rating down below. Put an F in the chat for all the many thousands of dollars, not in the chat, in the comments, for all the tens of thousands of dollars that I missed out on in Pokemon cards. And yeah, until next time, guys, stay legendary.